Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, or whatever ungodly hour you find yourself listening. We are the Bards Against Humanity, here to strum your loot and absolutely wreck your ear holes. So prepare for a podcast that's going to hit harder than a nat one in bed, because we're coming in your ears.
That's right. It's your boy Leo. Hello, hello, hello. And of course, our Giggly Dan.
He is giggly. I had to
We
do
all
the a really shitty giggle.
It was nearly more of a cackle. Those like those witch things that'll cackle at you as you walk past. That's what it sounded like.
A little bit, yeah. I see
a little bit. And today we are going to be talking about the brand new Paladin subclass Oath of the Noble Genies.
Ooh. What did I do? Ghostly sounds for the Oath of the Noble Genies? Who fucking knows?
That's right, boy. You better rub my lamp. Good lord.
How very forward of you, sir.
Oh no. But don't worry, the episode of the Noble Genies is not very far away. It's right now.
I think you're funny with that, aren't you?
Yeah. Anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna introduce him. So, paladins sworn to the oath of the Noble Genies revere the forces of the elemental planes. Through taking this oath, paladins draw power from 4 different types of genies: Dao, Masters of Earth; Jinn, Masters of Air; Ifrit, Masters of Fire. I've done this weirdly. Dao, Masters of Earth; Jinn, Masters of Air; Ifrit, Masters of Fire; and Madrids, Masters of Water. There you go. That's how reading works. In Faerun, many paladins who swear this oath hail from Kalimshan, a land teeming with genies. Paladins who swear this oath often undertake quests that take them all over the realms and across the multiverse, including the elemental planes. These paladins share the following tenets: sow the seeds of creation.
We're drinking my coffee, Jesus.
Sow the seeds of creation amid the ashes of destruction. Lead with splendor and grace. Respect the elements and fear their wrath. Why is lead with splendor and grace? Who's Grace? And what is she doing there in the first place?
Who knows?
How has she managed to travel the multiverse?
Grace is all powerful, apparently.
Grace is all powerful. You're all powerful. And you always have a buddy called Grace. And you love coffee with splendor. A new sponsor for this episode.
Oh, we haven't done a sponsor plug joke in ages.
Do you like sugar, you fucking fatty? But you've had too much of it? Have Splendor. Artificial sugar. How?
Dude, I feel like you're calling me out right now.
Why do you use Splendor? Is that
No, I just use a lot of sugar.
I never said anything.
I felt your eyes on me. It's okay. I know.
If you're the one who wants to make assumptions on that, that's all on you. So, Anyway, moving swiftly forward. What do they get at level 3?
At level 3, they get something called Elemental Smite. So immediately after you cast Divine Smite, which is a spell in the 2024, which this is a subclass for, it's entirely new. This has not existed before. You can expend 1 use of your channel divinity to invoke one of the following effects. You have Dao's Crush, so Earth rises up around your target of your Divine Smite. The target has the grappled condition, an escape DC equal to your spell save, and while grappled, the target has the restrained condition. You have Genie's Escape. You can teleport to an unoccupied space that you can see within 30 feet of yourself and take on a semi-incorporeal form, which lasts until the end of your next turn. While in this form, you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, and you have immunity to the grappled, prone, and restrained conditions. You also have the option of Ifriti's Fury. So the target of your Divine Smite takes an extra 2d4 fire damage, and the fire jumps from the target to another creature that you can see within 30 feet of yourself. The second creature also takes 2d4 fire damage. You also have Marid Surge. The target of your Divine Smite and each creature of your choice in a 10-foot emanation or originating from you make a strength saving throw against your spell save. On a failed save, the creature is pushed 15 feet straight away from you and has the proned condition.
That's super awesome and cool. That's savage. That's savage. That's all of them slap.
All of them are super fucking cool.
They're visually fun. They are thematically accurate, and they all slap. I know the youths use the word they slap. They'll know what I'm talking about. For our older audience, I don't know what it means.
I think it means something akin to "it's actually kind of good, yo."
Yeah. Thank God we have our Urban Dictionary.
Hey,
Dan in the house.
What's up?
Why? Oh no.
What's the matter?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, my boy?
Wild. It's super good as a level 3. I'm excited to see, once again, I don't think we've mentioned it in this episode, that whenever there's a new subclass, we go in completely blind. Where when we read it, these are our actual reactions, nothing like staged or anything. This is cool. I love it. Yes. Scintillating. I will rub your genie's lamp for these abilities.
I will rub your genie's lamp. Name of your sex tape.
Name my sex chronicle, in fact.
Oh, we've upgraded.
That's right. I'm coming on your Kindle, bruv.
The last 2 minutes have just been rife with out of context quotes for you.
Jesus Christ. And you know what?
Where the fuck did "Ayo, I'm coming on your Kindle, bruv" even come from?
Chronicles, books, porn books, they're everywhere.
We're looking at you, Fourth Wing.
We're looking straight at you. No, what do you think about the abilities?
I do really like them. It's another, it's using your class-specific resource of a Channel Divinity to be able to get some extra benefit out of it. You can get out of dodge, you can restrain an enemy and grapple them, giving you advantage on its strikes. You can push things away from you. You can give yourself resistance. You can just deal extra damage if you really want to. It's all in all, there's use cases for each of the abilities. You're kind of spoiled for choice when you have 4, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, 4 is a lot. 4 this helps you in any situation. The Genie's escape, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Welcome to Rage.
Welcome to Rage.
But you also have
welcome to Rage
for the turn, but you also have immunity to being grabbed, prone, or restrained. Like it's just. I know it's only for a turn, but you can just do it again.
How about
you just do it again? How about do it again? No, it's super good, and it actually, because obviously Divine Smite's now turned into a spell that you have to it's a whole thing. It's making Divine Smite useful again, and I'm here for it.
Hell yeah.
Next, we have at level 3 again, Genie spells. So when you reach certain Paladin level, you get the certain spells prepared. At level 3, it's Chromatic Orb, Elementalism, and Thunderous Smite. Level 5, Mirror Image and Phantasmal Force. 9, Fly and Gaseous Form. 13, Conjure Minor Elementals, Summon an Elemental. And 17, Banishing Smite and Contact Other Plane. Christ, yes, slay.
Especially since the Conjure Minor Elementals now is super good.
They're super good. All these spells make thematical sense. The one that stands out the most, because obviously, you travel from different planes, you're a multiverse travel person along with Grace. Thunderous Smite looks like the weirdest one in there. And you're a Paladin. You smite shit.
Yeah, it just means that now you don't have to choose to have that spell prepared. It's just always there.
Exactly. It's good. It's good. Yes. Slay.
I think Thunderous Smite is there because of the Jinn, the Masters of Air, I want to say.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a why the fuck is this here? But I'm still here for it. I'm still here for it, Dan. It all makes sense. Like, if this is the one that makes the least amount of sense, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, we're
doing a good job.
Doing a good job. Yeah.
So what else? That's not it. They get another thing at level 3. What else do they get?
At level 3, they, from just because I glanced at this already, apparently, get Genie Splendor, which is their version of unarmored defense. So while you're not wearing any armor, your base AC is equal to 10 plus your dexterity plus your charisma modifier. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit. You also gain proficiency in one of the following skills of your choice: acrobatics, intimidation, performance, or persuasion.
That's just good, isn't it? That's just good.
Really good.
That's
Because normally for a paladin, what I tend to do is I tend to weight charisma and strength pretty evenly. But in this case, it seems like you could also really go for a more dexterous version of a paladin. And smiting with finesse weapons is just fucking funny.
and like I say, it's just good. It's just good. Like you're once you hit level 3, realistically, I'm trying to think of like the character. We're starting up a campaign ourselves, and now granted, I always find, now granted, I'm gonna be awful with saving throws because I've completely abandoned charisma, wisdom, and intelligence. But I do have a +4 and 2 +3s. That's a +7. I'd have 17 AC without a shield if I was this Genie Splendor.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
You know, I think about to say it'll scale nicely. It's interesting that they want you in the nude. Not, you know, they don't want you wearing armor. Fucking hell. But yeah, no, I still like this. This is fine.
This is fine. Do you want to say that one more time? Convince me a little more.
Nah, it's fine. I'm not busting my load over it, but it's a fine ability. Don't have to worry about armor. I think because like realistically, you're going to be looking for 17, 18s for AC. That's a high end of a pretty chill AC, because you are going to be on the front lines as a paladin to a degree, obviously, but like, you know. Yeah. So I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all.
Pretty nice. We'll take it. It's nice, and it's really interesting to see paladins gaining an unarmored defense when historically it's usually just been like monks or barbarians that have only ever really gotten an unarmored defense. That and draconic soul sorcerers.
Well, have you ever seen a genie wear pants?
Hey, valid point. No, fuckers are Winnie the Pooh in it.
Yeah, they're Winnie the Pooh in it. They're wearing a shirt for sure, but that's like linen. It's silk at best.
It is.
That's not protecting you from shit. Anyway, Dan, what happens at level 7?
Level 7, they have a feature called Aura of Elemental Shielding. Choose one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder, and you and your allies have resistance to that type of damage while in your aura of protection. At the start of each of your turns, you can change the damage type affected by this feature to one of the other listed options. No action required. I don't think I have to say how pretty fucking cool it is that happens during combat at the start of your turn.
So it's 10 feet.
10 feet, which extends to 30 at much later levels of Paladin.
Yeah, level 18, and it's a bonus to all saving throws equal to, oh my days, as well as, oh my days. oh Lord. No,
Dude,
this is cool.
You should know what the Paladin's Aura of Protection does. You multi-class into Paladin so fucking often.
I never use it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't multi-classed into Paladin in a while. Ever since they messed up the smiting, I've stayed clear.
You can use the old Paladin. You don't have to.
It's not the same. Not the same. But no, this is the fact that you can change it on the whim. They're the 5 probably the most common types of damage, other than obviously like bludgeoning and slashing. This is good. This is just top quality. Yeah. And we're pushing into the Paladin main class as well, which I like. We don't actually see a lot of subclasses. We're obviously we saw it for the Ranger, but all they fucking do is Hunter's Mark. That's their whole fucking thing. Aura of Protection is not a Paladin's thing, so I respect it. I'm happy with it. Yes, please.
There you go.
And now we have a bit of a weirder one, where there is no level 11 ability.
No.
It skips it. We go to level 15. At level 15, there is Elemental Rebuke. So when you are hit by an attack roll, you can take a reaction to half the attack's damage against yourself, rounding down, and force the attacker to make a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, the attacker takes damage equal to 2d10 plus your charisma modifier of one of the following types: acid of your choice, acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. On a successful save, the attacker takes half as much damage. You can use this feature of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It is a inbuilt class version of Hellish Rebuke, but you get to choose the damage type.
Yeah, my thing is about it is very good, and reaction is not a massive action economy resource that people use, so I like that. My main thing personally would be at level 15 is 2d10 going to do much. Like, it's fun. It's fun. Maybe I'm giving it shit. Maybe I'm giving it shit for no reason. You know? Maybe I'm just trying to harsh the vibe.
I think it's possible they might be just giving it shit because this is carbon copy, an exact replica of Hellish Rebuke down to the saving throw and damage, except for the fact that you can choose between 5 damage types instead of being stuck with fire.
Which is very good, really.
And it's free uses. I get what you mean by does it feel like a level 15 ability? Not necessarily, but you kind of do get to do a little bit of elemental damage, I suppose, kind of chip away.
Yeah, and if you know it's not immunities, it's immunities, it's resistances, it's vulnerabilities. This is really good because you're able to change between different types on the run, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have to do a long rest and be like, today it's gonna be cold, today it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be lit, bruv.
It's gonna be lit.
I'll be lit. And you're gonna be a very charismatic boy. Yeah, no, maybe I'm just giving a shit. This is a fun ability. It is fun. I just think for level 15, you're right. I should be comparing it more to Hellish Rebuke than anything else.
It just seems like at level 15, being given the ability to do it seems a little underwhelming because of the level you're going to reach it at. Even though it is essentially what could be minimum of 4, so like 3 or 4 uses of Hellish Rebuke for free. It's nothing to snuff at, I suppose, but it just level 15 could feel a bit more impactful.
Do you know what? I'll just stop being such a negative fucking Nelly, get my panties out of a bunch, and just fucking appreciate something, you know? Oh my days. And finally, the capstone subclass ability. Dan, what is it?
Level 20, you have a feature called Noble Scion. So, as a bonus action, you can gain the following benefits for 10 minutes or until you end them with no action required. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest or by using a 5th level spell slot to restore it with no action required once again. So you have flight, you can have a fly speed of 60 feet and can hover. And you also have a feature called Minor Wish. So when you or an ally in your aura of protection fails a d20 test, you can take a reaction to make you or that ally succeed instead. So when you or an ally fail a d20 test in your aura of protection, you can take a reaction to make you or that ally succeed instead. Now that's very good. That is essentially a once per turn legendary resistance with a bit more of a buff to you or an ally. So if you fail to hit an enemy with a ranged spell, a ranged attack, or a melee attack, you can choose to make that ally succeed. If they fail a saving throw, you can choose to make them succeed, or if they fail an ability check, you can make them succeed. Anything that requires a d20 to be rolled is a d20 test.
This is a really... I don't know where the flying speed comes from. If you get me, it seems so rogue. I guess genies float. I mean, they're in a lamp, so who gives a shit? But what I will say is that I think it's a great ability. Level 20, great ability. It does very much get rid of your elemental rebuke at level 15, because making you succeed instead is way more impactful, and I'd leave my reaction for that. It could be the difference of your main healer going down or not. That's not worth 2d10.
You make a valid point. It does kind of give your reaction more of a priority to Noble Scion than it does to Elemental Rebuke. Although in saying that, on a similar topic, This class doesn't feel very stereotypical genie. It seems like they're leaning more into elemental damage, even though I know that the 4 types of gene that you would get are of the 4 different types of elements. It's just, it seems like they were slapping genie on for no reason. This could have just as easily been oath of the elements, or oath of the elements wrath, or whatever the fuck, and it would have been like, yeah, cool, I can see that. But it seems like they were just slapping on the tag of genie for no reason.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Maybe they want to be a bit more creatively interesting, but then you got to maintain that. It's definitely Oath of the Noble Elementals is what it should be known.
Oath of the
Because
Noble
besides
Elementals,
from-
actually, yeah.
Because besides from or Oath of the Noble Avatars, not the $1 billion film franchise, the good one.
Yeah.
We won't touch that again. But I think this is a very interesting subclass. It's a brand new one. I don't mind it. Like if you get rid of the genies and it's the noble elementals, this is a really fun, thematically accurate subclass. Now, I think level 15 gets kind of steamrolled by level 20. Once you hit level 20, level 19, you're using elemental rebuke all the time. Once you hit level 20, you're never using it again. And I really dislike that. But I like so much of the rest of the class. So I think I'm going to give this an 8. I really like this class. The fact that level 20 makes level 15 irrelevant is really upsetting. I was going to give this like a 9 or 10. But that really bugs me. The rest of the class is great. I'd really encourage people to try it out. Yeah, I don't think I can go higher than an 8. And I'd like to. Because that Minor Wish is fantastic. Like, that's game breaking. You're right. A once per turn legendary resistance. Even most big bads only have 4. for you or an ally. So it can work for you or your team. Like, it's such a good ability. But I think I can only give it 8. Because out of the, because you obviously get abilities at level 3, level 7, level 15, and level 20. 25% of those are pointless once you hit the other one. I can't give it higher than 8.
You kind of covered a lot of the points that I was going to cover, but for me, this is a 6.
Oh.
For me, this is a 6, because for much less the exact same reasons you kind of been giving. Genie Splendor is really cool. You've never before seen a Paladin that gets an unarmored AC. Level 7, being able to choose and chop and change the damage resistances that you and your allies have while in your aura of protection is really cool. The only problem is you're rarely ever going to, the average DM is rarely ever going to have a campaign high enough to reach Elemental Rebuke or Noble Scion. So that's factoring in. Your point about Noble Scion overtaking Elemental Rebuke's use, it kind of seems completely redundant while you have access to Noble Scion, that essentially your level 15 ability has been shut off, because there's realistically, unless it's coming to the start of your turn where you'll have use of your action again and you haven't had the chance to use Noble Scion and you're hit with an attack roll, that's the only time I can see you using Noble Elemental Rebuke over Noble Scion's Minor Wish. Minor Wish is also the only reference to anything genie-like, considering that genies in the stereotypical sense have, the whole like wish thing attached to them. That getting like a minor wish or a genie like magic granting thing at level 20, I can see why they would only put something like that at level 20, because it's supposed to be the pinnacle. It just seems like a letdown that the whole vibe of the class is named after genies, and really it should have been something akin to elemental. 6, and a lot of that is coming from the fact that Elemental Rebuke seems useless at level 20, and the choice of titles, really.
Damn, that is. Whew, damn. Whew.
Yeah, I'm going to be brutal, but this is just honestly my opinion after reading this.
And on that sour note, dear listeners, that brings us to the end of another session where the dice are hard, the jokes are harder, and our standards are an all-time low. If you enjoyed this chaos, be sure to like and subscribe. But if not, at least we finished, even if you didn't. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And next time you encounter a genie, maybe ask them what they think of this subclass. see if it fits with their vibe or not.